The girls are gonna get it today. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Victoria. I'm a 24-year-old woman of transgender experience, and I make mostly LGBT content here on YouTube. If that's your thing, obviously make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you can join our family and never miss out on a new upload. Are you ready for me to yell at you today? Before I get into yelling at you guys, look at my backdrop. Don't you love it? It's still a work in progress. I recently got both of these new lamps with like Wi-Fi controlled lights. They're gonna change throughout the video. If you'd rather it stay a certain color, or if you want to see a certain color, let me know. It does like regular white lights too, but I also got these little nightstands. They were so ugly before, and now it's like looking cute. So here's the deal. I get so much hate on my channel, not just because I'm trans, obviously, and like people go and search out trans girl to go and comment, you look a man or you're ugly, just because they're so sad that they're at home jerking it to us. But more than that, I get so many hate comments when I give like passing tips or femininity tips, because a lot of people think like, what does a trans woman know about femininity and know about being feminine? Well, baby, I started out with a male outer shell. All of us did, and a lot of us are so hyper feminine. I think what a lot of men like about trans women is because we are stereotypically, not all of us, very feminine and work very hard to maintain our femininity. And I think that's something that can be passed on. I think it's something beautiful, and I want to share it with my other girls. I have some great tips for you ladies, but before we jump into all of my wonderful tips on how to be more feminine and stop looking so brick, I do have a word from our lovely sponsors, Catch Beauty. Hi, if you've been following my channel for a long time, then you would know that permanent hair removal has been a journey that I have been on for years and years. Being transgender, I know for me, I don't know about anyone else, but for me, hair removal is like such a larger process. Like I would have to shave the day that I was going to be doing something. Otherwise I would have stubble, and I have dark hair, so it would show through really bad, and it was just not sightly. So I spent hours and thousands of dollars, pinky swear, thousands of dollars on hair removal, all sorts of places. I got it on my face, I got it on my bikini, and it was just not cost effective. I got laser hair removal in salons, and I got electrolysis, and it was not the tea. And that is when I found out that you can literally just do it yourself at home. That's when I found Catch Beauty's at-home IPL laser hair removal device, and it was a complete game changer. With our IPL handset, you can get salon quality results at home for a fraction of the price. I used to do my arms all the time. I say this like every video, but it's true. I used to have really bad hairy arms. I haven't shaved my arms in like, I don't know, at least a month. They are such a big supporter of the transgender community. They work with trans influencers like myself, like Gia Gunn, and they want to help us through even the hairiest parts of our transition. So if you are looking for permanent hair removal and reduction, whether you are a trans person, a cis person, a woman, a man, whatever in between, please make sure that you hit the link in the description to buy yourself the Catch Beauty at-home IPL laser hair removal device and use the code ROSE for money off your order. Thank you so much to Catch Beauty for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and without further ado, let's jump on into some ways that you can be more feminine. Being that I'm transgender, I spent a lot of my life, particularly my childhood, being forced to hide my femininity. Whenever I would express my femininity or dress girly or whatever, which is all that I wanted to do, I was told, you know, that's not what boys do, that's not what boys do. And guess what, baby? That's not what boys do. Clearly it's not what boys do. But now that I am an adult, I have a whole different perspective on it, a whole different experience, and there's nothing I love more than like getting dolled up like you see me now, and like go and get my nails done, and just like very basic stereotypical feminine things that just make me feel it. You know what I mean? But before you start losing your mind and start commenting like, this is misogynistic and this is like not how all women act and this is so like pushing women into a box, shut up! I haven't even gotten into the video yet and I'm already mad. Basically, these tips are not like how to be a woman. These tips are not saying if you don't do this, you're not a woman or you're not feminine. I'm not trying to dictate what the rules are in society. I did do a video very similar to this that I'll link right up here. It's a little nicer than I'm going to be in this video. This one's going to be Bootcamp. I want to call it like T-slur Bootcamp, but I can't do that because y'all will lose your minds. So I think I'm gonna call it like Femininity Bootcamp, Feminine Bootcamp. let me know, because I'm gonna like make a whole playlist on my channel devoted to that. It's gonna have passing tips, it's gonna have femininity tips, it's gonna have like all sorts of stuff. Femininity means something totally different to people of different cultures, different ages, different backgrounds, but I am speaking from my own experience, and I hope that I can convey that all to you. I love hyperfemininity, and I feel like I can get some of these baby dolls or bricks to sort of like get with the program, like kind of get it in their head of like, okay, well that's the blueprint, that's the pink print. My first word of advice is to stay high maintenance. Now, I don't mean like be a bitch, because the person that's taking care of your high maintenance traits is you. Like, you are the one responsible for your nails, your hair, your bag, like whatever. But by stay high maintenance, I mean like you want to always look good, feel good, smell good. I have like a whole collection of perfumes and body sprays right over there, and like scented lotions. Carry one in your bag, have them in your purse. When I say high maintenance, I'm talking gum in the mouth, I'm talking nails done, I'm talking roots done, I'm talking like always smelling good, I'm talking moisturizer in the face, I'm talking you have a change of clothes in your car just in case, I'm talking like that kind of high maintenance. You want to be soft and smelling good. It's so sexy to walk by a hot girl and like smell her perfume. It's just so good, and you want to be giving that. You don't want to be giving, my boyfriend just broke up with me a couple days ago and now I've been crying all my mascara off. You don't want to be giving, I'm going to Home Depot because I'm building a canoe in my living room. Even if you are doing those things, it's a way to do it in a feminine way. Like if you're coming out of the gym, wear a cute set. Wear a cute gym set to the gym. Bring some blotting papers. You know that girl on TikTok that always packs her bag for like, you would think like a week-long vacation, but she's literally just going to 7-Eleven, and it's like she's bringing like face wash, she's bringing dry shampoo, she's bringing lotion, she's bringing Tums. You want to bring aspirin, you want to bring Midol, you want to bring an extra tampon even if you don't get your period, because baby, you want to be the mom of the friend group. You want to make sure that you yourself are prepared for any possible situation that could arise, but you also want to be the mom friend for the girl in the bathroom that's crying, or the girl sitting across from you in class, or that girl at work that needs lotion because her knees are ashy. Stay clean, stay done, stay together, and if you can't take a shower that day for whatever reason, at least moisturize, please. I will not waste my breath anymore for this. If you feel like moisturizing takes up too much of your time, suck it up. Grow up, particularly if you are a doll like me. You have no reason to not be moisturizing your body every single day. Wash your body, exfoliate your body, shave or wax or laser your body, and use moisturizer. You want to be high maintenance. You want to make sure your nails are done. If one breaks, go get it fixed. If your roots are showing through and it's not looking good, go get your roots touched up. This isn't just like a material thing. I'm not explaining it quite as well, but like I need to feel together. Even if it's just like putting my hair in a braid and throwing on some mascara and nice sweats and a clean top, that is it. But you want to stay clean and you want to stay together and high maintenance. I don't know how many more times I can say it. Oh my God. Another really good way to boost your femininity is practice your walk. Whether you are trans or cis or whatever, you want to practice how you're moving. So before I transitioned, I was still a freshman in high school right before my transition, and I was playing a male role in my school's drama club. Yeah, I was a drama nerd. I was a theater kid. We don't talk about it, but my high school director told me that I was not playing a convincing straight man because I have too much like bounce in my walk. So the way that she described it was I walk on like the balls of my feet, where I'm a pretty bouncy person, and I just have always been that way. And she told me that straight guys kind of lean back a little more as they're walking, have a little more of their focus like in their groin kind of area, and a little more of like a swagger. The female version of that is kind of walking on the balls of your feet, but also the swing of the hips I find to be very important. I know for a friend of mine, he's a trans man, he actually practiced walking up and down the stairs for like an hour, because he would kind of like just do a cute little jump up the stairs, and guys do that, but it's not like traditionally masculine. I'm talking about traditional here. So before you're like, I'm a cis woman and I stomp everywhere, and you're a fake woman and you're tiptoeing everywhere, and that's just so misogynistic and gross. These videos are for the girls that want them and the girls that need them. Sometimes the girls that need them don't want them, and sometimes the girls that want them don't need them. But it's for girls that are watching this because they want to boost their femininity. They want to be this idealized version of the feminine woman that they want to be. And I'm not telling anyone to do something they wouldn't normally do. I'm not telling someone to change their personality. I'm just telling you what's gonna read well by the audience. And the audience is society. Oh, and if you can't walk in heels, practice walking in heels. Please, please don't go out of the house not knowing how to walk in heels. If you got new heels, practice walking in them. Break them in. Do the tip with like the big socks and the hair dryer to stretch them out. Scuff up the bottom a little bit if you have to make them less slippery. But we're not doing baby giraffe walk. Either wear heels or do not. But you need to know how to walk in the shoes that you're wearing, otherwise you look like a fucking clown. And hold your head up high. I know myself, like I am 5'9" and I'm a trans girl. So I grew up always wanting to seem smaller. So I would slouch a lot and I would make myself look smaller. It's not making you look shorter, it's making you look less confident. If you're tall, you're tall. You're not hiding that by slouching and taking off like 2 inches and curving your back like this. It just doesn't look good. So hold your head up high. A beautiful, feminine, sexy woman holds her head up high, chin high, proud to be the statuesque or short girl that you are. God bless whatever height God gave you. Think like Princess Protection Program or like the Princess Diaries or something where they put like a book on the head and they have to walk a certain way. That's exaggerated, but like do that. Like take videos of yourself, and it's gonna be brutal because no one really likes seeing themselves from like the back or walking, but just do it. Trust me, it makes a big difference. And with shoes and heels and stuff, it's not so much important that you wear the most feminine shoes and heels and strappy stuff, but just make sure that your body is accessorized well. When I say accessorized, I'm talking about everything from the head to the shoes on the bottom of your feet. You want to make sure that you are curated. Adornment is something that has been around for centuries, will always be around basically, and it varies from culture to culture, from gender to gender. They all have different meanings, so depending on where you come from, what your background is, you might want to adjust it for that. But for me, step number 1, if you are still wearing like a man's watch, like a thick band watch, throw it in the fucking garbage, because I don't know what you're doing. Throw it in the garbage, donate it, give it to somebody, put it to a secondhand shop, whatever you have to do, throw that shit away. Like, we're done. You're done. Instead of that, go for like a thin band watch or even an Apple wristwatch or like bangles or little bangly jewelry, a charm bracelet, something, just, or nothing, but you just want to make sure that your arms look good. And speaking of your arms looking good, if you have distracting arm hair, baby, take care of it. I don't care that I'm telling y'all to shave your body parts. I don't care. I don't care, because I'm right. I'm right. If your arm hair is thick, coarse, and distracting, get rid of it. More than that though, I shouldn't even have to fucking say this. If you have knuckle hair that is showing through, if you have like little lines of hair on your knuckle, you better book an appointment for electrolysis now. Close this video and book that fucking appointment. We're not doing Lucy here. We're not doing gray apes. We're doing feminine woman. We're doing hot bitch. If you don't have your ears pierced, you do now. Go book an appointment at a tattoo shop and get your ears pierced, because duh. So now that you have your ears pierced, I love hoops. I am always wearing hoops, except for now actually. I'm just wearing my little Playboy ones. The little Playboy bunnies, they're so cute. Anyway, so wear earrings. I mean, think back to like the 2000s when guys were just starting to get like the single ear stud and everyone was like, you look like a girl. Yeah, because our society tells us that's a woman's thing. I'm not telling you what makes you a woman. I'm telling you what society deems feminine, and those are the things society deems feminine. Keep your nails done too. I am definitely a culprit of not caring about my nails, and it's like kind of ugly. I know you guys have seen it a million times, but it just makes such a huge difference. Either if you don't have them painted, at least keep them clean. Like, make sure they're scrubbed, there's no dirt under your fingernails. You want to make sure they're filed and buffed. You don't need like crazy acrylics. In fact, less is better. I have just like a French tip on right now. I love French. I love all white nails. My toes are only ever white. I do love like a ballet slipper. Oh.
They were out of ballet slipper?
Yeah, who's ever out of ballet?
Sorry. I took the last one.
Ballet slipper. Sorry. When you're speaking, especially like I'm doing right now with my hands, you want them to look nice. And also, while you're speaking, brings me to my next topic is stop dominating conversations. Now, I'm not saying this in a way that's like women should be seen and not heard kind of way, because that's fucked up. There's a stereotype that women talk so much that we're just gossiping and talking all day long. But there's actually a study done that I will link down below that shows that women actually speak on average less than men. Men are just encouraged to take up space in society, and because they take up so much space, when a woman talks, they feel like they're like, whoa, like calm down, taking up so much space. Stop butting in, stop rambling about stuff, stop taking over the entire conversation. Obviously participate in the conversation, but don't like, I myself, I go on rants and tangents all the time, and then I realized I took up the entire time that I was with these people and I talked their ear off. So take time to be an active listener, shut up basically, and learn to take it in. Be sort of, think more house cat than golden retriever. You want to be observing and then participating when it's necessary or when your input has value. Otherwise, zip it. No one's gonna be like annoyed that you're so quiet. No one's gonna be thinking you're masculine because you're so quiet. Even if you don't care. Like, how many times do you think women have been in conversations with men where like, we don't give a shit, but we just still are like, uh-huh, that's wonderful, honey. And guess what? They're still married. They're still married, bitch. My fiance works in construction. Actually, this is his last week in construction before he works on his new job in his field. But when he comes home from work and he's telling me about his construction work or talking about Pokemon cards or like whatever else that he's into, it's wonderful. And I love him and I love hearing him talk. I don't understand all of it, but that's why you just listen. If I spend the whole conversation being like, well, what is that? Well, why do you do that then? Why, like, what? Shut up. They want to get it out. They want to talk. The more people talk about themselves, the better they feel the conversation went. So shut up and let someone talk. Now this is, following it up with this one, I'm going to get so many comments being like, wow, so you're just telling us to be bimbos? Yeah, kind of. I'm actually gonna make a whole other video all about bimbofication and the ways you can become more of a bimbo, because I think it's a very empowering thing for women. However, this next piece of advice, if you will say, that I have for you is to have sex. Nothing is more deliciously feminine than being in touch with your own sexuality. Even if this isn't having sex with a partner, have sex with yourself. Like, appreciate the inherent sexuality of your body. Whether you're a man or a woman or whatever, we all have sexual urges. We all have inherent sexuality in our bodies. So take the time to just look at yourself and be like, damn, like, I'm looking pretty good. Nothing makes me feel more feminine and like succulent and like Aphrodite goddess energy than having sex. I feel like Megan Fox and Jennifer's Body, where after I like do the deed, I immediately am like, I feel beautiful, I can get stuff done, I can like put my hair back and do the dishes. Like just have sex. It'll just make you feel so much better. That post-nut glow, oh my God, it's like palpable. Like your skin is glowing, it's like you're pregnant. Plus, if you're like regularly having sex, you're gonna want to do all of these other tips. You're gonna want to have the nails done. You're gonna want to be shaved and soft. You're gonna wanna moisturize. You're gonna wanna be sexy. You're gonna wanna upkeep your femininity. And it's just, it makes me feel so powerful. That's why I was saying like bimbofication is so great for women. Some women, I guess, not everybody, but for me, I feel so empowered when I am sexual in nature, that I like the photos that I share on Instagram, or the time that I spend with my fiance when he comes home from work, or trying to seduce him a little bit with like wearing little PJs, and like, it's just hot. It's just, it's hot. I always have perfume on me just because like I want to smell good. If he's cuddling up to me, I want him to like smell hot girl, basically. So yeah, that was the first ever episode of Feminine Bootcamp. I guess really the second, because the video I'll link right up here was like a passing tips video, but this is just femininity. I actually get a lot of comments from cis women telling me that my videos on femininity have helped them to further their progress along their self-actualization. And I think that's fucking awesome. That's why I'm here. So if you guys like this, please let me know in the comments down below. I want to do a lot more. In fact, I want to get like a sexy camo top and like draw the little black lines on my face and like boot camp. I hope you all enjoy this video. If you want a good laugh, then go to the comment section right now and take a look at some of the comments, because I promise you there's gonna be so many of them being like, this is so misogynistic, this is so woman hating, this is transphobic, you're telling me that I have to be a certain way to be valid. No one's saying any of that. They put words in your mouth that were never there to begin with. Like, I'm not saying you have to do any of these things to be a woman. If you got to this point in the video, then you already know, like, it is not my goal to say all women have to be a certain way. I'm not saying you're any less feminine or valid by doing certain things. What I am saying is that I have made the huge leap of starting with male anatomy and being raised as the male to being the feminine woman that I am today. And I have a lot of good tips for you guys. This is how I got there. So if anyone has a problem, take it up with the management, not me. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It helps out my channel so much. And if you're not already part of the family, please join our little army, our bootcamp army. Subscribe down below. I make new videos every week. I'm trying to do 2 times a week. And if you're not already following me on my other social media, I am so much more active on there, and I do a lot of interactive content. So make sure you check me out, especially on Instagram. You are all amazing, and until I see you all next week, good luck. I love you.